intro the intro. Welcome to Chris Shepherd. So nice to be on.
Hello.
Right. You might have to repeat yourself from what you're saying earlier. So I'll ask you, how did you kind of begin? So if you can start your story and telling me about the animation with the foundation.
I suppose that it was just so much. Yeah, I suppose there's some people who like to sort of know when they're kids that they're going to be sort of like animators, but I was never like that really.
No, I never. I didn't. I wanted to be a PE teacher when I was younger.
And so I was never really into and I used to love watching films. I was really obsessed by watching films. And my mother used to keep an eye on me, so I used to stay in the house a lot and watch a lot of old movies.
Okay.
And because it was so crazy, all the local kids were just not, so I just used to stay indoors. And I watched a lot of old films, and I watched BBC Two used to have a lot of seasons, with Lindsay Anderson, Stanley Kubrick, and things like this. So I used to watch tons of stuff like that, old films.
Yeah.
And I love cartoons. I love watching cartoons. I love Fly Show, and I loved watching Roadrunner and Warner Brothers. But it was like something that I suppose for my landscape, it was like those kids, to be an animator or was just, I didn't even know what it was, because it was, I suppose I just thought the Daffy Duck and everybody was real. I thought they were like real. I didn't know how they were made. I didn't really question how they were made.
Yeah.
Because it was just out of my realm of reality, so far out of it.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's different now, isn't it? Because people watch documentaries about animation, they all want to be animators, but now then nobody was animators, so it was like, so what I did was, I suppose I used to like writing little stories and doing little cartoons when I was in school.
Yeah.
And I used to play music, play in a band, and I used to sort of like, I think I was always looking for a way to express myself.
Yeah.
And what happened was that I tried different ways and it didn't all work out, and then
so you knew you were artistic from, like, you knew you were quite into.
Yeah, I like drawing and stuff. I like doing that, and I mean, all the other kids used to like to play football and all that, but I wasn't into that. So I used to like drawing, and so yeah, I did that, and I did a foundation in Liverpool Poly, and I did that, and then I went and worked in the social, something like that. Maybe I went and worked in the Department of Health and Social Security behind the counter.
Yeah.
After that, and it was pretty dismal time I had, and I never saw like all the chairs in the waiting room used to get ripped out of the floor. Even though they were embedded in the floor in concrete, they get ripped out, and
really?
it was really dismal. And one time I remember people were coming to claim that somebody played "Money, Money, Money" by ABBA. And the place went crazy, it was destroyed.
I love that song, I listen to it all the time.
And the police would always come like, half an hour after the main event had finished. And so I used to do that, and I met Dave Clapham, and Dave sorted me out, and he said to me, what were you doing? And I said, oh well, I'm working in the social. And he went, oh, you can't do that, you've got to try to make films, you've got to try to do something. And he spurred me on, and I did this film called Safari, which I did effectively while I was on the dole. I used the studio, and I did, I didn't have any money, so didn't even have, I had to borrow a Super 8 camera off somebody else. So I did that, and I just did it instinctively. There was some sculptures in the Liverpool City Museum, and I took photos of them, like these African sculptures, and I made characters out of them.
Oh,
and,
okay.
I've got a sketchbook somewhere. One of the sketchbooks here, and I'll see if I can dig it out later. But I've got a sketchbook from it somewhere, and I drew everything meticulously, and and I did this little film, 2 minutes. It was a good film, but because I didn't understand anything about animation, I shot 12 minutes of footage and then cut it together like the way I thought a live action film would be done. And
so you needed like a push, did you think, to be put into film, kind of, because that Dave?
Well, yeah, it was just, it wasn't, nobody, it was not, nobody did it. It wasn't like, and I think the reason why I started to do animation was I wanted to make a film, but I didn't know any actors, I didn't have any lights, and I didn't have anything. And so it was like, I thought, well, I started making my models out of plasticine, And I was in the front room making these models, you know, and one of my friends comes and says, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm gonna make a film with these." And he just thought I was having a mental breakdown. A lot of my friends were sort of cracked up. I said, "I'm gonna make a film with this. I'm gonna get into art college." And then people were like, "You what?" Because it like 1988, nobody knew what was going on about it. They all thought it was crazy. And
the animation industry is crazy.
it was just
not,
just nobody did of like anybody doing it. It was not a weird thing, you know, in Liverpool. But yeah, so we did that, and yeah.
I think people think, because you know, like when you see, because Disney films are obviously around for years. I think people forget that that's how they're made. Animators make, you know.
Yeah.
And then it's just kind of got bigger.
Yeah, it's funny. So I suppose that's how I got started. But I'm very much like a person. You know, I like to try to express myself and tell a story, but you know, I'll sort of do it with any style really, because I'm quite into the story. You know, it's my main thing. I'm quite into. You know, you get other people who are really obsessed about technique and analysis. You know, but I'm not really. I'll use technique.
It's a story, it's not there.
Yeah, I like the story. Well, I think I sort of just do it because I like to express myself. So I sort of come at it from that sort of angle, really.
So when you left your BA, like how did Slinky get started? Because you had another company with Suzanne before, didn't you?
Well, I had a company.
Or you worked with Suzanne or something, didn't you?
I had a company with called Polka Dot, and that was I set up that company to do a film called The Broken Jaw.
Okay.
And I did that, and The Broken Jaw. That was. You know, it was great because I mean, basically, it was like the situation was going to do it with another company, but then the other company weren't going to pay me any money. And then I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll set up my own company, and I did that, you know, and did the film. And then after that, I produced another 2 or 3 films, which I produced and didn't direct. One of them was with Brian Wood, called School Disco, and another one was by Rebecca Manley, called Girl and the Horse. And,
oh yeah, I've seen that.
I did another film with Bunny Chandler called The World of Interiors.
And
they all, I did those, and they were, you know, that was great, and you know, it was a big thing because it was a bizarre time when I got commissioned to do The Broken Jaw, because it was weird, you know, getting paid to do something that you like to do, isn't it?
Yeah. So how did you go? I mean, how did you start the company? Did you kind of get spotted and then were you at a show or something, or?
Well, it was just that I did. I did The Broken Jaw, and then almost straight after did Big Train, you know, the comedy sketch show by Graham Linehan and Arthur Matthews, and then it sort of got, Polka Dot was really about doing stuff for TV, so that's what it was about. So it wasn't like doing ads or anything, and I sort of did these films, and then
did you work with Suzanne before?
Yeah, well, we did did some things with Polka Dot, and then it was about 2000 when me and Maria decided to set up Slinky, because we'd worked together at Bermuda Shorts, which is.
Is that where Rebecca did something as well?
Yeah.
I remember saying that she knew you from.
Yeah. And then the thing is with London is that it's very much like. Very much all freelancers. Like the first job I got in animation was being the production manager. I was the runner, and then I became the production manager of this company called Speedy Films in Dean Street, and they did all the big commercials, like the Vitalite commercials and Mr. Reach and the 2 cars racing the Milky Way adverts, and they used to sort of just employ all of these people who went on to become incredibly. There was people like this, for example. I know Everlasting used to be there, just Peppa Pig, and Jonathan Hodgson, and Brian Wood was there, and Sarah Cox, and there was just loads and loads and loads of these people who went on and did their own things and did bigger things and bigger and bigger things, and so that's just quite interesting with London at that time. It was like, and then you could go to like 2 or 3 pubs and everybody would be there. You see everybody, because it was like a cottage industry then. The 60s through to the 80s, 90s.
It's all very kind of, I suppose when you go to East London, it's all kind of East, South East London. It's kind of all design is there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like a close little net.
So yeah, so wait, I think that was the thing. Man, you ended up meeting a lot of different people. You know, that's what was exciting. So by the time we set up